The Signs Express concept is a management franchise which is not retail based, but is based in modern light industrial units. And basically the concept started back in 1989 when the business was founded, back in Norwich in East Anglia, by the two founders of the business who set up a pilot operation and then 3 years later started to franchise that business, whereby now we've got 80 franchisees through the UK and Ireland, a third of whom have actually been with Signs Express for over 10 years, which is quite some compliment to our business model. The reason the Signs Express is such a viable business model is that every business needs signs. I often say to people when they come to see us, say at an exhibition, when they say, well, who are your customers? Well, every customer in your yellow pages is actually a customer for Signs Express, because we're dealing with from simple health and safety signs right the way through to corporate rebrands and everything in between. So whether you want a little badge right the way through to a huge shop fascia sign, or a corporate rebranding, vehicle graphics, pavement signs, exhibition stands, we do it. In fact, one of the challenges is to ensure that our customers actually understand all the things that we do. Okay, there'll be regional variations. You know, big cities are obviously going to be different from country areas, but every business still needs signage. And we've got franchisees from so many different backgrounds, but the people we're looking for are people who aren't afraid to go out and talk to other business people, because they need to go and talk to them about their business and how they're going to promote their business via signage. So we want people who've got maybe not a sales background, but have got a good management skills, can handle staff properly, can juggle the balls, and aren't afraid, as I say, to go out and talk to businesses about their requirements in terms of signs and graphics. Experience isn't necessary in the sign making trade, because the people we're looking for are people who've got management experience. They will actually employ people who are sign makers, who've been trained in the sign making trade, because we want the manager, the franchisee that is, to be the ball juggler, to be out there promoting the business, handling the staff, collecting the money, make sure that the business is running properly, and the guys with those trade skills are there on the bench, so to speak, making the signs. A typical day for a franchisee will probably start with a production meeting in the morning, so that everyone understands what is going through the unit on that particular day. There will be time spent going out and seeing clients. There'll be time spent liaising with the production team. There may be some time spent on a particular day chasing money. I call it the ball juggling. People who can manage their time properly, praise staff when they need praising, discipline staff if they need discipline. So we're looking for people who've got that all-round commercial experience and who aren't afraid to dip their hands into various areas of the business. Go to our website, franchise.signsexpress.co.uk. Preferably pick the phone up to me and let's have an initial discussion on the telephone. There's an awful lot of information on our website. We want to talk to people. We're not there to sell them a franchise. We want a long-term relationship with our franchisees. That's what it's all about. These days, a lot of people will use the internet, make an inquiry, but there's nothing like picking up the phone. More than happy to talk to people that way. The short-term benefit will be for someone who's maybe been made redundant, for instance, that they can now take control of their lives and start a business which they're going to be in control of. They have full control of that business, and they're going to build an asset which in the long term is there for them to sell. And to give you some idea, at Signs Express we have over 10 of our franchisees who've bought their own premises and as part of their pension planning processes. And nowadays, because we've been now franchising for 20 years, we obviously have a lot of people who are looking to move on at some time to realise their asset. And so obviously we're talking now about selling businesses where now we've had businesses now sold for up to 15 times the original investment. So in the long term, a good asset to sell. The concept will expand further. We're looking obviously to expand still here in the UK and Ireland where we are. And also we're looking at master license opportunities abroad. If we get inquiries from people abroad, we would like to talk to those people about doing the same thing we do here in the UK and Ireland, but somewhere over the water. That's the way we see us expanding our operations. We probably have about 35 or 40 territories available here in the UK, which aren't covered at the moment, and about another 5 or 6 in Ireland. But on top of that, we'd like to expand the concept overseas.
Hello, my name is Ken Beavis. I'm a Signs Express franchisee. I joined the group in 1992 and I've been a franchisee for now 18 years. I was the second franchisee to join, and the group is now some 80 members strong and is a well-respected and well-operated franchise. Signs Express is a viable business model simply because the concept is so simple. It allows us to provide services to an industry or any industry in this country that requires signs, as we all do. The management skills that we would have to start a franchise will allow us to develop the business given the right support, which obviously comes from the franchisor. Typical working day would involve a production meeting, sales and marketing for the majority of the day, and interaction with customers, liaison, etc., and providing quotations to ensure that every job is covered during the day. Without a doubt, after 18 years, it's obvious to me now that there is a definite long-term advantage in franchising. Given the right support and the right franchise, then there is no end of the road. The continued development of this franchise and the continued development of franchising in general and the business in particular should be, and I'm sure will be, never ending.